Hello, art-loving friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah. I am the artist behind the camera, the one wielding the paintbrush. In case you're new here, you can find all the things down in the description box, like the paper I'm using, the brushes, the paint, etc. You can also find links to my Instagram and my website, as well as this really cool button that says subscribe. If you click that, it will keep you updated on new videos that I put out. So make sure you hit that, as well as that thumbs up. That's always a really cool thing to do too. Today I am painting a watercolor and gouache. I'm using both mediums. I am painting a moody broken window. I took a bunch of different reference photos and just kind of sketched my own. I wasn't feeling any of them 100%, so I decided to go off script and create my own, which honestly I think makes it that much better. For the beginning here, I am mainly working in watercolor. You can see I did the sketch and then I taped off this particular portion, which is the looking out the window, like the view beyond the window. I struggle really hard here because when I do trees and landscapes and stuff, I want to add all the detail, but I always struggle with holding back. Like, this is in the distance. It's blurry. We don't need to add all the detail. And thankfully, I was impatient and kept adding wet watercolor on top of wet watercolor, so it was giving me that effect that I was looking for. At the moment, though, I was like, ugh, just not getting the detail I want, and then I had to remind myself, no, this is a good thing. Keep working wet on wet. It's going to give us that nice, slightly blurred background that we're aiming for. I also did struggle a tiny bit with this because I was not working off of a specific reference photo. I had to really think about, okay, where's my light coming from? This imaginary light that does not exist. And it took me a minute. I had a couple of oopsies, and it's fine. It all ended up working out. It's not perfect in any way, but I don't feel like any of my lighting and any of my paintings is perfect, but we're slowly getting there. I'm learning, and practice makes improvement. The best part about this painting is there are 2 tape peels. However, look at this. Just why? So rude. Why? This tape is normally really good. It's just this cheap gold washi tape that I got off of Amazon years ago. Or at least I think I got off of Amazon. Maybe it was Etsy. I'll have to look. If I can find it, I'll make sure that's linked below as well. Normally it's really good. I never have any tears with it. But as you will see at the end of this painting, I also had a little tear. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's the paper maybe, but all the other papers I've ever used it on, it doesn't tear. But whatever, it's fine. I fixed it. You can't tell. Again, with the inside of this room that we're in, I don't really know what this room is. I just kind of again made it up. I'm imagining this really old English cottage that like the window is broken out of and the wilderness is taken over type thing. But anyways, in working on the inside, I again struggled with the where is the light coming from? Let's pay attention to where the light is going, how it is traveling. Yeah, it worked out, but I did have to think about it multiple times. And a lot of times when I'm doing a painting like this, what I'll do is like I'll almost like set something up. Like if I'm doing a sketch of a person, say in my sketchbook, I will point arrows from like the direction that the light is coming, my light source is. And sometimes when I'm doing a painting like this, I'll purposely like, point a little arrow or a pencil or something just as a little reminder, like, hey, pay attention. Where's your light coming from? Which is something like I've always been like, I don't know, I've had to be like very conscious of light in past careers. I used to be a professional photographer, so light it's everything. You have to pay attention to light. Where is it coming from? What is it bouncing off of? So, I mean, it's one thing to like just be aware of it and like capture the light. It's another thing to literally create it in paint form. It's a little bit different. It does help me stay informed and be mindful of it, but it is definitely a very different ballgame. This year, I would like to not call cheating, but using the tools that I have. I was feeling a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't want to try and get perfectly straight lines, so I just used my flat edge brush and, used a little ruler to keep it straight. Again, not cheating, using the tools I have. There's nothing wrong with it, people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. Going forward, though, these are my favorite parts of this painting, is like getting like the window refined and adding the details. The details, I feel like, are every artist's favorite part. Maybe not. Let me know. Do you like the details or not so much? I love highlights though. Highlights are probably right on up there with everything else. I love adding highlights to things. In fact, I tend to have to make sure I don't add too many highlights when I'm painting. But this part is by far the best. I feel like this is when a painting kind of comes to life, is when you do add those highlights and shadows. The shadows from the window panes, adding those into the windowsill and on the plants, just really like added the depth that this painting needed. I don't know, just that bit extra that said, this light is coming in, it is streaming from outside, it is casting shadows on everything. I don't know, I thought it was really fun to paint, and it was that moment I was like, oh yeah, this painting is coming together, thank goodness. I do want to mention that this painting and several others will be available for print pre-orders going live on June 28th of 2024. If anyone's interested, I do have a link down below to my website. Little hint, plug. The Pre-order will only be live for the weekend. I may open it up again at a later date. I do only open up pre-orders for a short amount of time. That way I'm not like constantly having to send things out to get printed, but I will have it open for the weekend. I'll take in those orders, ship out those pre-orders, and then open it again at another time. So if you're watching this, before the pre-order goes live, make sure you check that out. You can also subscribe to my newsletter, and I send out emails when I do pre-orders or other in-stock updates on my website. Okay, enough of that. Now, highlights. Again, those highlights. Adding the highlights to the window panes. So good. For most of this painting, you will see I am using a flat brush, and I really like it for adding all those little lines. I feel like it's better sometimes than an actual liner brush. See, there's that tape ripping my paper again. So rude. And leaving little bits behind. I pushed the one side down too hard and this side not enough. Whatever. It is what it is. But ta-da! Here it is. My moody cottage window. And I'm very pleased with it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. What would you have done differently? Or if you have any questions for me about this painting or anything else, drop it down in the comments. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye.